Welcome to this explainer. Today we're unpacking something absolutely wild that's literally hiding right under our noses. Every single day, millions of us stare at this seemingly invisible block of text at the very bottom of a login page. You've probably scrolled past it, 100 times without a second thought? But what if I told you that this mundane little footer is actually a complete, incredibly detailed blueprint of a massive global tech empire? We're going to take that single block of source text from Meta's login screen and decode the whole shebang to reveal the structure of their entire operation.
Okay, let's dive into our roadmap for today. We're going from the simple act of logging in, all the way to the massive business engine behind it. We'll hit the global front door, the social app ecosystem, next-gen hardware and AI, engines for business growth, and finally, the fine print.
So, kicking things off with Section 1, the global front door, accessing the network. We're starting at the most microscopic level here, which is the welcoming entrance for literally billions of users.
Right off the bat, you're hit with this phrase, explore the things you love. It's a super warm, inviting prompt, right? It sets this highly user-centric tone. It's kind of like the psychological handshake of the platform before we start dismantling the immense corporate machinery operating right beneath it. It frames your entry not as some data exchange, but as a fun journey of personal discovery.
And this brilliantly illustrates their immense global footprint right away. Look at what follows that welcoming prompt. A highly specific array of languages. We've got English, Spanish, French, simplified Chinese, Arabic, Brazilian Portuguese, Italian, and an option for more. Now, this isn't just a random list. It's a strategic map of global internet populations. By placing these specific languages front and center, they make absolutely sure the platform is instantly accessible across entirely different continents, cultures, and massive demographic blocks. Right after the languages, we get to the pure mechanics of access. Sign up, log in, and, of course, the inevitable forgot password. These simple, universal steps are the fundamental mechanics that constantly feed and grow their worldwide network. Every single person in their multi-billion user base had to pass through this exact, simple, binary gateway to enter the ecosystem. It's pretty wild when you think about it. All right, moving on to Section 2, the social app ecosystem, the evolution of connection. Because once you step through that doorway, you don't just enter one website, you enter a sprawling family of digital platforms.
Now, looking at these specific links, we can trace a super clear corporate history. It shows exactly how Meta has segmented its audience over time. You start with the foundational core, Facebook. Then you see their internal evolution into specific media formats, with video and dedicated communication with Messenger. And then, right alongside them, the footprint of their major corporate acquisitions. Instagram capturing that highly visual demographic, and Threads, their newer text-based app. It's literally a timeline of their growth from a single social network into a massive, diversified media conglomerate.
What's really fascinating here is the inclusion of Facebook Lite. It's sitting right there next to the heavy hitters. This absolutely proves their dedication to leaving zero global markets untapped. Facebook Lite, if you didn't know, is engineered specifically for areas with developing infrastructure and lower internet bandwidth. By giving it top billing right there in the footer, they ensure their corporate ecosystem keeps capturing users globally, no matter the local technological limitations.
But hey, the text doesn't stop at digital social networks. Section 3, next-gen hardware and AI, pushing physical boundaries. These links point directly to their future ambitions.
Based on the branded links down there, we can perfectly categorize their massive push from software into physical reality. Under innovation and hardware, you spot Meta Quest. That's their huge investment in virtual reality, and Ray-Ban Meta, representing their jump into smart glasses and AR. But here's the thing. Hardware needs a point of sale. Enter the commerce infrastructure, MetaPay and MetaStore. This shows they aren't just making the hardware. They've actually built the native digital economy and retail space you need to buy and interact with it.
And sitting right alongside that hardware is Meta AI. Now, this is a massive corporate signal. By placing Meta AI at the foundational level of their login screen, right next to legacy products like Facebook and Messenger, they are planting a giant flag in the next generation of artificial intelligence. They're telling every single user that AI is now a core pillar of their entire digital infrastructure.
So how does this massive, globally connected network actually sustain itself? I mean, it's free for users, right? Let's get into Section 4, Engines for Business Growth, monetizing the map.
This brings us to a really crucial pivot in our explainer.
How exactly do you turn billions of users who are just casually exploring things they love into an unprecedented global business engine? Well, the answers are hiding in plain sight in that very same block of text. It's all about the stark contrast between two entirely different worlds existing in the same footer. On one side, you have the casual user's daily experience, video, messenger, explore. But on the other side, we see the clinical, business growth infrastructure, create ad, create page, developers. The platform presents itself as this fun social space, but its underlying architecture is explicitly designed for commercial extraction and global business development. This specific pipeline is the ultimate engine for global business growth. Think about it. Businesses of any size, anywhere in the world, use Create Page to establish a free digital storefront. Once they're set up, they fuel their global growth using the Create Ad tool to directly target those billions of segmented users we talked about earlier. Finally, the developers link provides the highly technical tools needed for custom software integrations. This three-step funnel is exactly how a local shop becomes a global brand, and it is the absolute lifeblood of Meta's corporate monetization.
Finally, when you have billions of users, physical hardware, AI, and a massive advertising engine, you need some serious protection. Let's look at Section 5, the fine print, Protecting the Empire.
At the end of the text block, there is an extensive list of corporate documentation. This reveals the incredibly complex realities of operating at this kind of scale. They're managing everything from tracking user behavior via cookies and ad choices to navigating incredibly strict regulatory environments, which is highlighted by the specific inclusion of consumer health privacy. It is essentially a massive legal shield.
Now, among those legal links is one that is particularly fascinating and honestly a bit staggering: contact uploading and non-users. Just think about that for a second. It highlights that their data network and corporate reach are so unimaginably vast, they actively require specific legal policies for people who haven't even signed up yet. Because users upload their phone contacts, the corporation has data on you even if you actively chose to completely avoid that global front door we started with. Wow.
When you actually tally up the sheer volume of these links, an incredible picture emerges. Sure, the user experiences and social apps get all the attention, but the legal, privacy, and corporate fine print actually dominates the real estate of their foundational footprint. It turns out, running a global empire requires significantly more legal architecture than it does user interface.
And finally, the full text is stamped right at the very end with Meta Copyright 2026. This entire layout, from the languages to the VR headsets to the non-user privacy policies, serves as a real-time, forward-looking snapshot exactly where the corporation stands today and exactly where it's legally anchoring itself for the future.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? We look at these pages every single day. We just click log in and move on. But next time you log in, will you just see a simple doorway to message your friends? Or will you see the entire blueprint of a global empire hiding right there at the bottom of your screen? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep your eyes open for those fascinating structures hiding in plain sight. Catch you next time.